Okay, this is a very special flight for me and for all of you guys that are involved, but I'm calling this the SCRS, the Santa Claus Rocket System, and I'm going to be launching the Supernova on a C60 and a C65 combination. And up in the payload bay, I'm going to be running a special payload, and this is what I'm going to be hauling on board here. These makeshift baseball cards. That's right, I've got Joey Votto with the Reds. I've got a Barry Larkin with the Reds. Got a David Arias, aka David Ortiz, Big Papi. Gary Carter, Ken Griffey Jr., and last but not least, Harold Baines. So these are printed on just standard copy paper. They're going to be rolled up in a tube, placed in the payload bay on the Supernova, and they will be launched upwards of, I'm hoping we'll hit 1,000 feet. And then, yeah, we'll see what we do with these after the flight. Enjoy. Okay, Supernova is on the pad. Igniters are attached. Altimeter is already been turned on. I am waiting for the camera to finish preparing. But if you look in the cargo bay there's some rolled up pieces of paper. So, good Lord willing, we'll have a good safe flight. And like I said, on my maiden flight I flew a C60 for a booster, a C motor on a booster, and then a B for the upper stage. From the B to a C, you're doubling the power, so now I'm running the same booster, a C60, but instead of a B upper stage, I'm running a C upper stage. So whatever my last flight was, we should double that. Plus, I am not running the onboard altimeter, the Jolly Logic 2. I'm just running the Flight Sketch Mini, so a little bit lighter, plus more power, should equal more than double the altitude. And my last flight was over 500 feet. So we're looking to push over 1,000 on this flight. So if we do, then those 6 onboard astronauts up in the cargo bay there are going to have quite a ride. So looking forward to doing that, and let's get to it. Okay, here we go with the SCRS, Santa Claus Rocket System, launching 6 astronaut baseball cards up into the atmosphere. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome, awesome, awesome. What a flight. Went straight vertical, booster did its job, second stage ignited right on cue, took it up higher. It's right overhead under a nice parachute. Oh, lost it. Now the sun's gonna play a factor. I had it. And it's down. We have touchdown. Awesome. Heading out to get it. And the good news, folks, is I was hoping to hit 1,000. 1,091 feet. We did it. Congratulations. Merry Christmas to all those that are awaiting a gift there. And we'll go and ensure that the nose cone and payload bay are in fact intact. I'll retrieve the booster later. I saw where it landed. In fact, the booster motor landed not far from me. You might have heard it clunk on the camera if you go back and hear the playback as it hit the rocks. But yeah, the booster and the motor, which separated, landed right next to me. Yep, sure enough, did it again. Walked way past it. But there she is. Turn the camera off if it's not already off. Okay. But there's our payload bay. Tell you what, let me go ahead and see if I can remove them. There we go. 6 intact baseball cards. They'll be dated and officially labeled as such. So there you have it. Congratulations, folks. Merry Christmas. 1. Well, here we are at the launch site for the Blue Origin New Shepard, and the rocket is primed and ready to go. But unfortunately, we don't have an astronaut yet, and we had a special astronaut on cue for today's flight, but he was a no-show, or at least he's running really late. So hopefully, you know, he'll show up in style. Maybe that's what he's doing, trying to make a grand entrance. So, oh, what's that noise? Oh, something's driving up. Oh my goodness, here we go. There's our astronaut. He showed up in style. It's none other than Chipper Jones of the Atlanta Braves. All right, Chipper, thanks for joining us, and thanks for showing up in this nice vehicle of yours. So let's get you unstrapped from the truck and strapped into the rocket, and let's go for a flight. Okay, so here we have the Blue Origin New Shepard with astronaut Chipper Jones on board. As you know, New Shepard has been taking up several celebrities recently, and Chipper Jones wanted in on the action, so he showed up today. He showed up in his Braves uniform, and they said, well, that's not really authorized, but we'll let it slide this one time since you're most famous for being a Brave. So that is his astronaut suit for the day. We are running the Blue Origin New Shepard on a C6-3, running the Flight Sketch Mini altimeter and the Astrocam onboard camera. So, winds are calm, the skies are clear. Chipper Jones, you are go for launch. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh no. Chipper landed in a bush. That should make for an interesting flight video. And the chute's coming down. We had a chute separation of all things. But you know what? That was the rocket. Chipper is on board the pod under parachute. So Chipper may just yet survive. And we have touchdown. All right, well, we're going to send a search and rescue mission out to check on Chipper while we retrieve the broken rocket that fortunately landed in a bush. So hopefully it didn't sustain any damage. Okay, we're heading over to retrieve the rocket itself, which shouldn't have any damage. What are the odds of that? Saved by a bush. Okay, well, that was an exciting flight. Believe it or not, the rocket didn't sustain any damage itself, the booster, because it landed in a bush. But fortunately for our onboard astronaut, Chipper Jones, the payload pod was directly attached to the parachute, which is also where the altimeter was being stored. So those two items should, in all likelihood, be in good shape. So of course our biggest concern is for Chipper. You know, nobody ever wants to see anybody be hurt or injured or even killed in these situations, but I think we're going to be okay. I'm on foot, however, we are sending out the rescue truck to see if we can retrieve Chipper. And I actually hear it now. Oh, there it is. There's our rescue vehicle. He's heading out to get Chipper Jones. Well, he can sure manage through these rough terrain pretty well. Go get it, rescue truck. Okay, after a failed attempt on my part. The driver of the rescue vehicle informed me that he's got a homing beacon that was installed in the capsule, and he can turn that on and forget about my intuition, but utilize the technology and track it down. So I'm going to follow him now. He seems to know where it is based on his little radar on the homing device. So we're just going to follow the truck, because apparently he knows where he's going. Oh, he wants us to turn left here, and then right. And folks, it worked. He led us right to the capsule. There it is. Good job, little truck. And now we need to check on Chipper Jones. They did receive vital signs from the capsule that he is, in fact, alive and well. Hello, anybody in there? All right, let's bring you closer to the camera. And folks, there he is. He's not looking too happy, but he did survive the trip. So there's Chipper Jones. He's declining an interview right now. He's a little queasy and needs to go to the medical services department and have his health checked. But we will get an interview with him later after he's cleared by medical. Just lay down, Chipper. Take a break. Chipper Jones, you are go for launch. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So Chipper, now that you've been cleared by medical and you're free to go at your leisure, tell us about your experience and what your plans are for the future. Well, you know, I was grateful to be invited by the Blue Origin New Shepard team to come and ride along on their rocket. I will say I was a little disappointed in the setup on the rocket and how it ended up going down with the separation of the chute and the capsule and the booster. But I will say this, their safety protocols were awesome. I was able to survive the flight because the parachute was attached to the main capsule, not the booster itself. So because of that, I live to talk about it. But I will tell you, in the future, moving forward, I really want out of the desert, and I would really love to move back to Atlanta, where my roots are, where the Atlanta Braves recognize me and appreciate me. So my next goal is to get out of the desert and head back east to the Atlanta area. So if anyone's willing to adopt me and take me in, please let me know, and I'll be heading your way.